1, you're going to recap what we just learned. Go ahead from your notes.
Alrighty, topic muscle testing. 2 types. First one is strength testing. So it's the equivalent of a brake test. So we start with the muscle in the shortened position. There's a 3-second test. The first second is called the preload. We warn our client, we tell them to hold the muscle in space while they're meeting our resistance, or they're resisting the pressure that we are applying. So preparing them and starting the process. The second is the critical one. Apply reasonable force to break hold and move the appendage through its opposite range of motion. Now the qualitative difference between break hold as opposed to fatigue. Fatigue will just be a steady release, where a break will be basically overcoming or overpowering the muscle, so there's a sudden give or a surrender.
That's right.
Okay, now the key things to keep in mind during the strength test. Number 1, hold the arm, like our arm or forearm, perpendicular to the appendage being tested, and the forearm axis is in the direction of the line of drive. So in 3-dimensional terms, it means it's through the muscle midline, comma, longitudinally.
Okay.
All right, so then in the 3rd second, we ease off because we don't want to do any damage. Okay, then we come to the Trigenics length test. So we start with the muscle in its lengthened position, but it is not a range of motion test that takes it to the maximum. But this test isolates the tested muscle, and we test for its functional length. So what it means in practical terms, we take the muscle to its initial point of resistance and stop there. So, and what we are measuring, in essence, is the number of degrees of movement of that muscle, and we can compare it to its opposite side to see which one has more range.
Beautiful. Anything you want to add, Kiona? No. Anything? No. Anything else?
Hell of a job.
Anything else you learned this morning before we take our lunch break? Hopefully there's still some sun when we go out to the pool.
I've copied it. Have I learned it? That's another story.
It's just to get out of my brain a little bit, like not to. If I'm adding some pressure, to make sure I kind of back off, the hands do the work instead of adding the pressure and.
Well, you don't. You're used to doing ischemic direct pressure inward, which is what you're having to try to break. That's a habit you've got that you've been doing for a long time, which is good for soft tissue, but not good for Trigenics.
You know what they said to me, and this still applies 12 years ago, and I didn't fully appreciate it. You're going to have to unlearn before you can learn. And they also said, in many ways, better to take somebody that's not an RMT or who's not used to doing the deep work, and starting fresh is a heck of a lot easier than unlearning old patterns.
That's right.
And learning this technique properly.
There's a reason I haven't given a massage in a few years.
Okay. All right. Great. So we're going to do lunch.